So the first step of building your garden is going to be building a grow box. You can see back here, this is behind my house. I have a little one-story, 1,400 square feet. There's a backyard here, and I'm going to put either a 24 by 12 or 20 by 12 garden yet. I've got to see how it comes out yet. Basically what I'm doing is constructing a 3-foot high grow box, and I'm building it out of wood that I bought from Home Depot and Lowe's. I took an 8-foot fence post like that one there. I cut it in half so that I have 2 pieces. What I did was I took the 2x4s, have to run the length. These are going to be the back pieces, so those are 12-footers. So that's going to be the 12-foot section of the wall on the front and the back. And basically what you do is you took and make sure that each one of those poles are equidistant apart at the top and at the bottom. You want them to be really perfect as far as that goes, and that's going to give you a nice square fence panel once you're done. That's what the finished one's going to look like. Now I'm going to show you step by step how to build it. So, like I said, you lay out the posts, you put your 3 pieces. You could do it with 2 pieces probably. Some of this is probably overkill. And then you're going to take some heavy-duty screws. I'm using 4-inch exterior screws, and you just boom, boom, you hit them right into there, and you're going to have your cross sections where you're going to be able to now take your pieces of cedar fence that I'm going to cut in half. Those are 6-foot pieces, so those will get cut in half. That'll give me 3-foot sections. I'm going to flip this over, lay those on, boom, 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 tack them down all the way across, and I'm going to have myself 2 back fence panels. We'll be back in a little while. Okay, now you've got your posts braced. Flip it over. Get yourself a stack of 1x6 cedars. Actually, they're half inch by 5.5 inch by 6 feet long. And what you're going to do, you're going to use some kind of a saw. I like that the Delta saw there, the radial saw. Gives me a good square cut. You don't have to be perfect on your measurement. Just cut it in half and use a tape measure to give yourself a good approximation of what half is. And now we're going to go ahead and bolt all those things on. So you want to lay down 4 pieces of wood or so. Flip them around so that the gaps are as tight. You want a nice tight fit with as few gaps as possible. And then you're going to go ahead and use galvanized drywall screws. I'm using they're about 1 5/8 inches, I think. And we're going to go ahead and screw those right on there. I'll show you what we mean. Now make sure the boards are all good and tight. You want them flush here with the bottom. It's okay if a little bit of that bottom board is longer than this, but you don't want any of this part hanging over that other end. So you got everything lined up smooth. Okay. And you just kind of make sure you tap that all in there good and tight. You want that those boards, like I said, as flush up against each other. And you go ahead and step on it. And do that back one first. And you just take your drill. And make sure you screw in the right way. And there it goes, right out into the wood. Boom, anchored. And alright, we'll be back. Okay, so now we are into phase 2 here. This is, as you can see, the 2 back walls. I'm going to scale back the size here a little bit today. It's going to be 16 feet because that's the length of those boards there. And you're also going to want to have everything relatively level, so I had to dig out some trenching there, put everything up, and we'll see where we're at here in a bit. Well, here we got it. I got everything cleared out. Basically got my 16-foot 2x4s now. I got myself a square box.
And you can see some walls. Had my dig out in there, got it leveled off. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach bottom 2x4s there, side to side, and then I'm just going to attach the fence pieces all the way across. So we'll see how all this comes out. So you can see I got it squared up, put up the 3 rails. I had to lift the bottoms there out because I want to be able to get to the bottom all the way across. And I think it's easier doing it this way now, and just attaching the boards going down. So we'll put the back ones there, and then you can see we should have our enclosure 16 by 20 feet. So here it is. I've got to kind of go and move forward on this pretty quick. Here I found the dirt, and it's been delivered. It's sitting out in my driveway. They're going to bring it back here with a bobcat. I paid $45 a yard for the dirt. Now I know there's going to be some of you that are going to laugh at me and say I paid too much, but that does include delivery and installation, and it happens to be a very, very good quality of dirt. Here's the dirt. I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but it's got a real light fluffiness to it. It's a mix of compost, mulch, organic matter. It's got a little cow manure. The guy said it's got it's a nursery. I found it, and he said he uses it in his nursery for his own vegetables and his own plants. And he charged me $45 a yard, and he's going to install it for me. Now, I found another place that would give me a mix of compost and potting soil, and it worked out to about $28 a yard delivered. But I would have had to have chucked all this way, and so instead of paying, I think it was about $320 or $340, I paid $500. But I got better dirt, and he's going to bring his bobcat, and he's going to fill that thing up. He's going to move all that dirt back into there, into this for me. So, paid a little bit more for the dirt, but at the end of the day, delivery, installation, and it's really, really good dirt. So let's hope we get good results. I'll keep you posted. Well, here we go. We've got a garden. There's all the dirt, and there is the destruction from the bobcat, as you can see. But it took me about 2 hours or so to repair the damage, and now I'll have to get some sod and replant some sod, maybe another 2 hours. I still think it was quicker than having to cart all that dirt by a wheelbarrow. So hopefully this weekend we'll get planting there. We'll get some good veggies in the ground, and we'll see what happens.